Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're taking a look at my top 10 picks for my favorite diecast of the 2009 line. Of course, if you didn't already know, that is the Race-O-Rama series, as it is more commonly known. This is the first year where we had several releases that I think are just really great. Obviously, 2008 had quite a few of those, but 2009 is when they started. It's kind of like the Final Lap and Race-O-Rama were like the big 2 years. Of course, Final Lap will be in a future video. But honestly, there was a lot of cars to choose from, and the cars that did end up making the list, they were pretty close. And when I was thinking, oh, which one's gonna go where? So without further ado, let's start off with number 10. Number 10, it's gonna be Damage the King. Variants don't make these lists that often, but I actually think that this variant is one of the cooler ones. Of course, Damage the King is one of the iconic 2009 releases. And of course, just the normal King. A bit hard to see with the blue light overhead, but it is the normal King blue. Number 43, one of my favorite numbers when it comes to race car driving. 43 all over, the expression that kind of looks, of course, defeated, hurt. And of course you have the dirt all over, all the dents, the cracked, bent spoiler, a dent on top, dirt on top. Overall, quite a bit of detail that went into this guy, and they have not released him since, I believe it was 2010. I know they did a lenticular version, but I feel like I know he was in a few 2-packs as well, which I actually didn't know until a few weeks ago. Got the contingency sponges, of course, and the wheels are also sort of bent, or it might just be the fact that the fender is all messed up, and you can make it look a lot less natural. Number 9, Jerry Drive Chain. I actually really like this guy. It's a shame he's so low on the list. Of course, number 9 is still pretty high for an entire year. Has the nice pink color along with a solid expression, the blue eyes. Has a few chips. Obviously, as I did mention in one of my videos on him, I have had this guy since about 2011. I'd say it's closer to 2010 actually. The white wheels look nice as well. Tankcoat logo on top and bottom. Overall, really nice, and of course, he came with the tires and the pit box as well. I'm not going to show those right now, but we also have number 8, which is also another pity, the Trunk Fresh Pity. Now, he's the only car to be released from the Trunk Fresh team, apart from, of course, Steve Slick LePage, Dirksen D'Agostino. And they did cancel the crew chief as well in 2008, which is actually something we're going to talk about a lot more in a second here. You have the really nice green. The camera, it sort of looks like almost a leakless color, but it is sort of I want to say it's like an electric green. Of course, the black center, and the expression looks really nice. You got the logo on the side, on top. And this guy doesn't have as many, chips. I've had this guy still for a long time, like 2016, I want to say. Number 7, another retro releases car, Chuck Manifold. Now, Chuck is a pretty unique model. I don't believe there's any other diecast that have the exact same. There's some really similar ones, but none that have the a super similar name, or not name, model. Got the expression, of course, matches the movie. If you watch my retro releases episode, got it kind of sticking up at the whatever his mouth is, just curving. White wheels, not a whole lot of detail, but it's still a new character, and I think it's actually quite cool. Number 6. Okay. Number 6, number Sven, another retro releases car. Through the first 5, 3 of them have been retro releases cars. None of the upcoming ones will be already retro releases, although maybe they should be. Sven, of course, has all these cool details, all the intricate lines, but I'm going to use, instead of, talking about him, since I did review him recently, I'm going to use it to talk about how his diecast, and a few others, actually, kind of ruined the World of Cars line. Now, for the last few cases, you actually had quite a few cars. You had the Octane Gang Crew Chief. This is the 2008 singles line. The Octane Gang Crew Chief, the Trunk Crush Crew Chief, Roger Wheeler, Chick's Crew Chief, Brian Park Motors, Hummer Sven, I think it was Hummer Sven, Dustin Mellows as well. So you had all those like cool cars, and most of them would have been deluxes. I think there was maybe like one other like crew chief. I want to say it was like, I don't know, I feel like it was one of the other trucks. But those are all scheduled to be released in 2008 as singles. But unfortunately, I think they realized that, oh, these cars are actually too big to fit in a singles package. So they just kind of said, no, we're moving them over to these next few years. And we'll have the singles just be replaced by some other cars. Mini was one of those other cars as well, the Van's partner. All those guys ended up not making it out that year. Over the next 2 years, all of them did make it out, except for the Trunk Fresh Crew Chief, which is unfortunate because I think he would have been one of the cooler ones. I am glad for the Octane Gang Crew Chief though, because he is also one of the most unique ones. Number 5, another pity, and of course the final pity, luckily for you, the Violin pity. He's the only one that has been scheduled for Team Violin, of course, excluding the actual racers. Got the short model, green cap with the logo on top, green bottom with the logo on the sides, and then the white middle part. The expression looks really nice, I think. The mouth looks a bit odd, but it's also pretty nice. I think the white actually looks really good with this car. In the middle there, if it was just plain green, I think it wouldn't be as cool as it is currently. The green wheels also a nice touch. Would have looked a little bit cooler, in my opinion, if they were white to match the middle part. But it is what it is, and this guy, pretty cool. Number 4, it's got to be Elvis RV. Now this, I believe, is the 2010 release. I'm not sure if there's any difference. But you have the Elvis RV Club on the side, LC RV Club on the side. I reviewed Elvis about, I want to say it was, it was about a year ago. I think it was a little over a year ago. It would have been last summer, I believe. I reviewed Elvis, so quite a while. I don't really know all the dots. You have the glasses, which I think are pretty nice. The yellow mirrors, of course the Elvis shaped, like not cab, like the actual RV part. Overall, another really cool diecast, and I don't remember if this is one of the planned 2008 cars, but luckily it did make it out, if that is the case. Number 3, Hank Halloween Murphy. Now he's like an odd case. You had his original release in 2009, then he was re-released in 2013, and then I think the only re-release he had since then was he was in like one multi-pack, I want to say, like one of those 3 packs, and then of course he was re-released again in 2020 as a single from Thailand. But this guy, he's just a really nice looking car. You have orange, like a little light orange, looks really, really nice. And then the bottom half being black, I just think it looks phenomenal. You have those little, I don't know what that is, like holes, types, hood ornament, nice expression right there. The mirrors, is one of his mirrors broken? I think it might be. Maybe it just came like that. License plate on the back. It reads, what does it read? It's kind of hard to see with the yellow, which blends in with the white. Let's see, it says S962. So, license plate S962. The tail fins look really nice on this guy as well, with the red dots at the end becoming the tail lights. Windows all over. I think this guy, I think he's really cool. He should have been number 1, but there is 2 other cars that I think just beat him out. And they do happen to be from like the same, time in the Cars universe. So number 2, Milton Caliper. Now Milton, he kind of looks like white on the camera because the light is like, making it look like, oh, he's more blue than he should be. But there you go, that white light, you can see he's definitely like a lighter blue car, which is one of the main reasons that's a really nice color, especially in old-time cars. The only other one that has it is the two-tone blue car. I guess Jonas Rivera has it too, and then you have Derek and Timothy both have a different shade of blue. And then Edwin, sort of similar. I guess Greta's more of like a purple color. It has a weird expression where he's like looking up, which I think is really interesting, but I also think it's one of the defining features of Milton. Looks really nice. The eyes look really like weird, which is also another big part of why he's so cool. He has the grill, has the mustache. Not a whole lot of detail on this guy. You have the license plate, which reads 2769, I want to say. Let's see. Yep, 2769. And I can't read where he's from because it's very, very small text. But we at least got the plate, number and all that. Really, I don't know. Milton was scheduled to be re-released in, I want to say it was 2015 in the RC line, but it wasn't eventually canceled. And number 1, another car from that same classic age. It would have to be Dustin Mellows. I love the 2 delivery trucks that were released, and of course you also have the TS2, which from the pictures I've seen just looks phenomenal. But you have the yellow on this guy. The bright yellow, with like a banana color, just looks really, really nice. You have the TS logo, of course. I'm guessing it, obviously stands for something else in the Cars universe, but it is obviously standing for Toy Story. I have that logo on the back as well. I believe this is the 2013 release of him. The expression looks really nice. The grille, the chrome. You have the brown underside, or the bottom side of the trailer part. You have gray on the top. Yeah, I just think this guy easily number 1 for this year. So anyways, that pretty much concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you all in the next one. Bye.